Oh hit that tip shot. And we just stunned the defending champs. 117-116 in their house. What I would have given to be on that floor, decked down in my Hawks gear, screaming and cheering for my Hawks, just to get my get back on them Celtics fans from when they step in the A. Come on in here, let's talk about it. What it do, YouTube? Welcome back to the channel. And while you in here, hit that like, comment, subscribe, notification bell so you can be notified every time Her Takes uploads a new video. All right, let's get it. Yes, sir. We went in there and took care of themselves in the Garden. I'm telling you for real, I wished I could have been in that house. I wished I could have been. That's on my bucket list. I gotta get to the Garden when the Hawks playing just one time. You know, win, lose, or draw, I just got to be in there making racket, throwing my towels, having on my gear. I just got to get in there and do it to the Celtics one time. Celtics and the Knicks. And let's not forget about the Heat, because they fans come to Atlanta out of pocket too. It was a game that we needed because I feel like my Hawks right now should be 8-4. And that's because 4 of our losses should never have happened. The 2 to the Wizards, 1 to Detroit Pistons. We lost it by 1 point. Never should have been that close, in my opinion. Now, Detroit kind of, you know, they're definitely balling this season. I got to give it to them boys. Cade Cunningham, Tobias Harris, and Jaden Ivey. Them boys out there balling. They really are. So, but that was a game that we should have won. We could have won, should have won. To me, that last play could have gone either way, where Cade blocked 0-0. You know, because one of the angles they replayed, he had him all upside the head and everything. Head went over to the side, but they didn't blow the whistle. It's just like tonight's game. I felt like they was trying to give it to the Celtics, because I never did see a clear, concise where Dyson overturned the ball, where he turned it over. I wished I could have seen a good replay of that. Even in the highlights that's online right now, they conveniently don't show that. But it is what it is, being, you know, an Atlanta fan. It just is what it is. And Jalen, you need to come home and play. All these superstars like LeBron and different ones want to go to their hometown and win a chip. I wish Jalen and Anthony Edwards would get that mentality. Man, that would be dope. But, you know, it was a good game. You know, I give it to my boys for pulling it out in the end. It was just a team effort. You had JJ, DD, Larry Nance Jr. off the bench. Like, he's really becoming something special for the Hawks. Dyson Daniels is becoming something. He had 6 steals. I'm not going to do my regular breakdown of the stats. I'm just going to go off the dome. My man JJ, a walking double-double these days. Correction, I meant to say trip dub. He had 18 points, 10 assists, 13 boards. And then he had 3 steals on top of that, 1 block. So he contributed everywhere. He did that next man up mentality, not having Trae. I already know now. I haven't, gone, really looked into social media. But I already know now there's going to be a lot of yap about Trae is the problem. Shut up, we need our point guard. We need our floor general. Do he need to make some changes in terms of jacking up shots at the wrong time? Yeah. He need to make changes, but I just don't think he's ever going to change that. That's just who he is. It's in his DNA. Because very easily a game like tonight, we could have lost with him on the floor jacking up shots. But these boys did their thing. I was very proud of the squad stepping up. I went into watching the game expecting to be blown out, and I was amazed at how we just kept staying at bay. Fourth quarter came. When the fourth quarter started, We were down, 8, I think it was. We clawed. We just stayed right there. We kept them at bay until the end, and we gave ourselves the chance and opportunity to win the game. And so, we've got some good pieces. And you got to think about this. We took down the defending champs. We did not have Trae, Bogey, and those two were arguably number 1, number 2 option coming into the season. For me, it was Trae and JJ, number 1, number 2. But there were people saying Trae and Bogey, number 1, number 2. So, but either way it goes, you have those two that were missing. DeAndre Hunter, Kobe Buffkin, key players that were missing. And then, of course, V. Krejci, who is key because we need, his shooting, his ball handling off the bench when Trae sits. So, we did that without all those pieces, which further proves those 4 teams that I named, we should have taken, 3 teams, 2 to the Wizards that we lost, Detroit. And then I feel like we should have won that game against the Bulls. I just feel like, with Trae, JJ, I want to say Dyson Daniels played that game. Yeah, he did, I remember. Like, we should have beat the Bulls, but, they came in our house and took care of business. It is what it is. But, I just had to, make a really, really quick video on my thoughts on this game. It was definitely worth the while. Another thing that I really enjoyed was watching the ceremony for Klay Thompson. Go Google that, YouTube it. Check that out, that ceremony, the little ceremony that they did for Klay Thompson for him tonight was class A. First class treatment. I've seen a lot, being a season ticket holder, I've seen that a lot at the Hawks. Now I'm Hawks Warriors, I know there's a difference. We're not going to do things to the level of the Warriors. Our organization is just not going to do that. But the appreciation that they did for him was beautiful. Brought tears to my eyes. It was beautiful. And you could tell he was emotional as well. And I hope, that they whoop him. I hope he's able to get his get back and he does have a phenomenal game and they win, Don't have a dog in the fight, don't really care, but just because he, felt that they slighted him, they didn't give him his money that he wanted and deserved. I say deserve, but then, you got to think about it. It's a business. He was struggling here of late toward the end of the season. So, I get it. And then they got those young players that they've got that they're developing, and they're doing quite well. I think they've only lost like 2 games this season. But anyway, the Hawks, they did really, really good. They fought. It just shows that we have some good role players. We really, really do have some good role players. We just need to see consistency. Even the young man, Zach Ricochet, he didn't have a bad game. 8 points, 9 boards, and 3 steals from Zach. So he didn't have a bad game. Now, the shooting, I would say, shooting splits, he shot 4 for 13 from the field, 0 for 4 from 3. He just got to get that confidence, right? And I think it starts at home. He plays better at home. On the road, young, I get it. They probably have the crowd. I don't know, but my guess is because I know our 404 crew or whatever they call them. It used to be the 6 man. They would probably be chanting first round bust or number 1 pick. So they be chanting something at him. So I'm pretty sure that when he travels, they're on his head. But he gonna work through that. He'll work through it as long as his teammates and coaches keep that confidence in him and talk him. Hey man, shoot, put it up. He'll get over that, and he'll, his DNA, his true DNA will just start to shine. Proud of the guys, how they fought back, their resilience in this game. They didn't go anywhere. They knew that they were expected to lose, but they didn't expect to lose, and I like that. But anyway, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe to the channel if you're new, and as always, stay safe. On to the next one. Peace.
Bumps Daniels, who spins into the lane, can't score.